Patrick Ewing was an outstanding basketball player, reaching his peak of fame during the mid-'80s. Playing center and power forward at a height of 7 feet, weighing 240 pounds, he was a critical player in the NBA at the time, especially since during this time, height was the main focus for coaches. Big and tall, strong players were the most focused on players.
The 1985 NBA draft has caused a lot of controversy between basketball fans, as the draft that was rigged for Patrick Ewing to be drafted to the New York Knicks. At the time of the draft, the NBA was at risk for suffering a loss of major revenue stream due to about 70% of the league using drugs. David Stern needed a way to get the league back on track, and he was going to do anything necessary to get that done.
At the time of this draft, Patrick Ewing was one of the number one draft prospects coming into the 1985 draft. The New York Knicks were one of the teams with a high chance of landing the number one overall pick. The Knicks at this time were one of the highest market teams in the league. And if the Knicks have a star player, many people will want to watch the player play, which means more money for the NBA. And that is one of the main reasons that this controversy started.
The man in charge of putting the cards in the envelope for the lottery was John Wagner, who was from an accounting firm, and Ernest & Whitney, which is an auditing firm from Gulf and Western, who owns the New York Knicks. So there is definitely a relationship between Wagner and the Knicks.
When Wagner was inserting the Knicks card, he hit it against the metal rod from the inside of the ball so that the bend on the corner could be noticed, and when it was time for David Stern to pick the card, he looked directly at the card, took a deep breath, which could be indicating that he was nervous because he didn't want to pick the wrong card, grabbed a handful of cards and dropped all of them except for the one with the bend on it. And sure enough, it was the Knicks card, which meant they had the number one pick, and of course, they picked Patrick Ewing, who went on to be their franchise player for the next many years.
There is no way this could all just be a coincidence because of all the series of events that led to it. If you had a business like the NBA that was at risk for losing so much money quickly, it would only make sense for you to get people to tune into what you were showing. And the way that the NBA chose to do it at this very moment was very incognito, but it all makes sense now.
We believe that this draft was most definitely fixed for the Knicks to get number one pick because of all of the pieces of evidence that led up to the selecting of the Knicks card.